Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachadash, double honors to beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Dakim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, and I'm coming at you with this lesson, based on some more information that was released to the public based on different eyewitness accounts of what went down with the capture of Maduro, with the latest colonization move by Babylon the Great, by going in and snatching their president. But the way that they did it, they started before I get even into what happened, I'm going to read the scripture. This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse representing power, that was red representing Esau, and power was given to him that sat thereon to do what? To take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Revelation 6 and 4 again. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that sword is a representation of Esau Edom being blessed with the killing instrument, the unaliving instruments, the technology to manipulate different materials to make a precision killing instrument. And it doesn't even have to be a material thing. It can be a frequency. It can be a light beam. It can be lasers. Esau Edom is going to come out with all of his technology, especially in these last days. These Terminator robots, these drones, these unmanned warfare. And what I'm leading into this is talking about Esau Edom's blessing that he received in Genesis 27 and 40. And I'm going to read these two scriptures, and then I'm going to get into the article, because some advanced military grade equipment that Esau possesses was used to capture Maduro, like I said. And these are eyewitnesses accounts that were on the other end of that. So this is again Genesis 27 and 40, and this is the blessing that Isaac blessed Esau with, because he came in expecting to get a blessing after he sold it to his brother Jacob. So he did get a blessing, But this is Genesis 27 and 40, and by thy sword, that's that same sword in Revelation 6 and 4, going into that red horse. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And serve thy brother ultimately, because Esau is not going to inherit the kingdom. And it shall come to pass, future prophecy, when thou shalt have the dominion, Esau, Edom, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, that thou shalt break off, Salakia, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Because Esau, Edom ultimately at one point was prophesied as well to go upon his belly for 1,000 years, being in confusion. And that time was the time that he was known as the wild man, the caveman, the hairy man, the thief. Everyone knew Esau Edom. If he was around you, hey man, run him off like a thief and a robber, because that's all he's gonna do. So when he came into power and broke off that yoke and has this, that's why he goes so hard against Jake. This is continuing. Genesis 27 and 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Because Esau Edom sold his birthright for a piece of uncooked meat, some red lentils, to Jacob, which was a fair deal. That's what was the terms of the agreement. Now he's crying because Isaac blessed him with the blessing that Jacob got. Continuing. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And this is what we had in the instance, in the most modern example that I can bring you is Esau, Trump over there attacking Maduro, Jake, which either way, whatever the psyop is, whatever they're trying to use Maduro as, we understand that at the end of the day, this is just the main point of this lesson is showing you the example that Esau Edom sword is the most dominant sword. None of you fucking niggas walking around with AK thinking that you're going to make a fucking difference by banding together with 20 other people, that you're going to do something against Esau and his military might. You're fucking a joke, and you're ultimately going to get, they that live by the sword will die by the sword. Esau's blessed with it. So I wanted to get those scriptures, so you can really understand the angle that I'm coming at with this lesson. Everything is biblical that we do and teach. And this is just an example of Esau Edom and his latest military incursions. This is Remarks. At Remarks is online. This is on X, latter known as Twitter. Just in, U.S. used powerful, mysterious weapon in raid to capture Nicolas Maduro. Venezuelan soldiers left bleeding and vomiting. New York Post reports. This account from the Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolas Maduro is absolutely chilling, and it explains a lot about why the tone across Latin America has suddenly changed. Security guard. On the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. The interviewer asked, so what happened next? How was the main attack? Interviewer, so do you think the rest of the region should, Slovakia. It says, the next one, they got a little switched up. It says, security guard. After those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number, maybe 20 men. But those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we fought against before. Interviewer, and then the battle began? Security guard responded, yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. Interviewer, so do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Security guard responded, without a doubt. I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks that they can fight the United Snakes, that they have no idea what they're capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with, the interviewer responded. And now that DJ Nero has said Mexico is on the list, do you think the situation will change in Latin America? Security guard responded, definitely. Everyone is talking about this. No one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone thinks twice. What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region. Whew, man. So that's again Esau Edom being on his demon mode, man. Being on his blessing. And this is an eyewitness account. This is an actual credible eyewitness account from an account that is from a reporter that actually works inside the White House. That's why this is, you see on the bottom right corner, this DC Drano. That's a United States government journalist. So for him to openly talk about this means they got even more technology in the cuts that you can't even fathom. Not to mention what their basic military soldier is going to have on their helmet. You had, I've done lessons on it, but you have a new military helmets that are going to have technologically advanced virtual reality, radar, sensors, thermal imaging, They're going to be able to see where all their guys are. They're going to know how much gear they have on them. They're going to know where the enemy is. They're going to be able to see through walls. Here, I'm just going to go to it. New military helmet future. Look at this. This is what it looks like right here. And this is not even a video game or anything. This is what it is. See, this is the augmented reality. Those glasses that he's wearing are going to be able to see things. You know, this is just another AI example of those helmets being ballistic rated. You know, and this is real, man. Look at this. Looks like stuff straight out of a video game, but this is what the basic soldier in Esau military is going to have. You know, whether it looks like this or something similar to it. You know, the point being is that Esau and his technology is rapidly advancing. You know, so again, you know, brothers can look up this information. I can't remember. It's called Maduro has unveiled Eagle Eye and new AI powered helmets. I'm pretty sure it's going to say, but you know, like I said, I've done lessons on this before. You know, the military being able to issue these helmets that can see through walls. But the point being is, as you can see from that eyewitness account, Esau Edom is top dog when it comes to the sword. So for you carnal Jakes, for you patriots that think that you're going to take back your country by way of a revolution like it was fought back in the day, it's not going to happen. And you Israelites that have any faith other for your salvation other than Yahweh Shai are going to be disappointed and ultimately trodden underfoot. You know, so Lord willing that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. You know, I wanted to, you know, blow the whistle on this, you know, eyewitness accounts that happened out there in Venezuela, man. You know, and I believe to be true because of the sources that it came from. You know, and there's multiple sources talking about what went down during that raid and the use of the technology, you know. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Till next time, I would like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chachadash, and double honors to beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect doctrine out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Till next time, Lord willing, shalom.